Hi, I'm Mark Parrish from Cortexa, and we're at Ecobuild 2012. We're going inside in a few minutes. We're going to see some new products. We're going to meet a few people, talk about what they think's really going to be exciting this year. Ecobuild is the UK's premier renewables exhibition, and inside we'll see why. Occupying an area equivalent to 20 football pitches, Ecobuild fills Excel for 3 full days. This year with over 850 exhibitors taking part.
Ecobuild's different this year. It's more established, and actually what's happening around us, people are doing deals. It's all about business this year. It's less the sort of students and the policymakers going to the conference, although that's still part of it. But actually what's happening as you watch people wander around the show and on the stands, they're talking business.
Really pleased. It's the first time Stelrad have come to Ecobuild, and I'm really pleased with the results so far. Real buzz about the place, lots and lots of key decision makers here, so it's going well, yeah.
Well, I think as you go around the show, there's lots of opportunities to see lots of products from thousands of manufacturers. And we've thought very hard about what our position is in the supply chain, and with a link between the manufacturer and the installer. So we're trying to educate the installers. We're trying to show them that these technologies are accessible. The installation process is similar to what they're familiar with, and if we can achieve that, we've got a good chance that they'll come and buy the product from us. So we're just trying to educate people that the installation process for renewables is different, but it's not too different.
Our group is always looking at innovation and what we can do to make things easier for builders to achieve regulations that are there. Big focus that we've got on a meeting and training initiatives, and also letting customers know what's coming through on regulations and how easy it is with products that we've got to meet and exceed those.
We asked the exhibitors which products were attracting the most interest.
We've actually had a lot of interest in rainwater harvesting today. I think with the recent water shortages, we've had quite a lot of positive interest.
Yes, they are. I mean, as well as just products in isolation, such as our Megaflow cylinder here, they're also interested in how you can actually bring different products together to come up with a good, an eco-friendly solution for an overall development or an overall property.
There's a real interest in the renewable sector, and particularly air source heat pumps and particularly biomass boilers, domestic biomass boilers that we launched last year, but with the absence of any domestic RHI, they've still not taken off in the market. But that's one that we see as a product for the future.
We asked the exhibitors what they thought was the next big thing.
I think the next big thing is heat pumps. I think it's definitely solar thermal. I think PV is here to stay. There's been a lot of noise about the potential reduction in tariff, but actually, being honest, I think even at the lower rate, the business is still quite attractive. And I think a lot of strong companies, and it will be the strong companies, which will come through and still have a very positive business outlook.
I don't know. I can't see too much changing, to be honest. It's still very new, still very fresh. Solar PV, maybe slightly less of interest because of the feed-in tariffs, of course, are about to reduce. But with the Green Deal and the RHI on the horizon, then renewables have a sort of fresh impetus at the moment.
Ecobuild is not just about the exhibition stands. There's an extensive conference programme too.
Okay, well, the conference programme every year tries to sort of look at different aspects of the sustainability market. So a big element is to do with architects and specifiers, talking to them around regulations and what's happening, the policy issues that are happening. Then there's another element of the conference programme and seminars which are for installers and technical people who need to know, the nuts and bolts of technologies and renewable energy technologies and things like that. So there's quite a lot of practical stuff that goes on here as well. And then you always get the big political set piece. So we've had Greg Barker here today. We've had, I think, Ed Davey was making some announcements. You always expect to have, the usual government announcement of some sort of green tinge. Tends to happen at Ecobuild as well.
Of course, Greg Barker, the Energy Minister.
That's right, yes. Talking about the Green Deal, which is, of course, what everybody is most interested in at the moment.
Well, Green Deal as a concept is fantastic, and any government initiatives that promote our industry are obviously important, and energy saving is critical to that, and renewable technologies adoption. The Green Deal specifically for Fernox is probably of less importance, it's more installation led, but anything that encourages people to look at their heating options and alternatives is very positive.
Green Deal, I mean, I'm excited by it. Honestly, don't quite know what it's going to be just yet. A lot of trust in manufacturers to be able to innovate, and the wholesalers to come up with a solution that meets what the government's trying to achieve. We'd like some clarity on that as soon as possible. We know they've got an amount of money to spend, 200 million. They need to do that in this tax year. They need to give us notification of that and what they want to be challenged and developed within that framework as soon as possible. We usually come through, we usually manage to innovate solutions, but the more time we get, the better. And that way we can make it a success for everybody.
Well, that's the end of Ecobuild 2012. We've been inside and seen a lot of new products, talked to a few people, and got a really good feel for where the market's going. There's a lot of enthusiasm for what's going to be happening in the renewables market. With RHI and Green Deal on the horizon, there's lots to be positive about. Thanks very much for watching this programme. We'll look forward to seeing you talking about Ecobuild 2013.